Let's get that right. There we go. Great day, great day, great day. Welcome to Manifest Nation. Peace, power, and presence to the nation. Of course, I'm Brian Hyppolite, the Manifest Mentor, founder of Manifest University. And I'm here today to allow you the opportunity to get to a next level in your life. Now, whether you're going to respond to it is completely up to you. The results that you have from it is completely up to you. How far you take it from here is completely up to you. What I do know is that I'm going to show up and do my job. I'm going to show up and do my part. And if you do yours, you'll leave this broadcast a greater version of yourself. You'll leave this broadcast tapping into your greater existence. And that's what I'm all about. That's what I want for you. You know, that's the name of one of my songs. We'll probably play it sometime throughout the broadcast, but it's also the name of my 5th book, The Greater Existence, 111 Keys to Walking in Your Infinity. It's 111 different ways to go from lack and limitation to opportunity and abundance. And of course, that's available for you at brianhyppolite.com. There's a paperback version and an ebook version, and I am actively actually working on the audiobook version that will be available for you soon. But right now, you can definitely go ahead and get the book that inspired the powerful song, Greater Existence, at brianhyppolite.com. I appreciate y'all. Who's in here today? Tapping in. Where are you from? Put it in the chat. Let me know. Welcome to Manifest Nation. Matter of fact, I feel like it's a good time. It's a good time to start off with the Greater Existence song. So let's get that up. Let's get that ready. Let me know who's in here. Where you from? Where you at? Where you repping? Big shout out to Tampa, Florida. All of Florida. Almost all of Florida. Almost. There's a few parts of it we ain't cool with like that, but almost all of Florida. Big shout out to Georgia, almost all of Georgia, but definitely Atlanta, Georgia, and all the surrounding areas. New Jersey, Plainfield, New Jersey, Scotch Plains, New Jersey, East Orange, New Jersey. Who else? Shout out to my people in Philly. Shout out to my people in Chicago. Shout out to my folks in New York. All 5 boroughs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to North Carolina. All the love come from the DMV. Yeah, I could feel it. And I appreciate y'all's existence. And it's an honor to be able to create the music, create the books, create the programs for your growth, for your elevation, for your evolution. And for those who are just now, hearing about me, finding out about me, the story's only been getting better. You tuned in at the right time. It's about to see some amazing things. And this channel, even right here, is an amazing thing, an amazing idea, a concept that came to me where I knew that I could use this platform right here to reach millions of people and to be able to help millions of people become greater versions of themselves. And that's what Manifest Nation is about. It's a nation of people who are here healing, growing, evolving, breaking generational curses and creating generational wealth. That's what my divine purpose is, to do it for myself and show other people how to do it. And that's what this nation is founded on. So let's build. Thank you for tapping in, tuning in. Thank you to everyone that's subscribing. Thank you to everyone that is even following, even if you're not subscribing to the channel, which is a whole lot of perks and benefits. And I definitely want to explain that to you as well. But even if you're not doing that, even if you just hit that follow button, you will get notifications when I'm going live, and you won't have to miss it. There's a lot of great stuff that, there's a lot of places you can go when you get on these apps to get a whole lot of things. You chose soul food. You chose alignment. You chose what would make you a greater version of yourself. So shout out to you. I appreciate you falling in divine alignment, man, is what I want for you to see your greater existence. So, you know,
see, I'm asking you these questions because the right questions lead to the right answers. The right answers provide the right clarity. The right clarity offers the proper direction. And with the proper direction, all you gotta do is execute in alignment. But first and foremost, we gotta know where we're going. Focus on what you're about to do. After all you made it through, you still be doubting you. Can't be waiting on a sign when you're the proof. No point in looking at the facts when you're the truth. Your purpose and your power are much greater than your problems. Use them both to solve them, or they'll keep evolving. Trauma ain't your fault, but healing's your responsibility. Be your greatest ally, not your biggest enemy. Sometimes you gotta make a pivot. I'm focused on my future, not my past, and everything's shifted. Self-awareness makes you truly gifted. I identify my triggers, learn from them, and start moving different. But you gon' be a slave until you master self. Mindsets of abundance, they attracting wealth. If it don't align with me, then that's fine with me. But greater's what I gotta be. Greater shall you be, greater shall you do, greater shall you have, but you gotta know it's true. What's your greater existence? What's your greater existence? Greater shall you be, greater shall you do, greater shall you have, but you gotta know it's true. What's your greater existence? What's your greater existence? Yeah, focus on the gifts that God gave you. Who are you outside the way that your pain made you? What would you do if you ain't have what your fear gave you? How would you love if broken expectations didn't change you? Don't make excuses, make better decisions. Can't blame nobody else for the way that you live it. Playing victim to your past just gon' keep you a victim. Overcome that superhero syndrome. Go from lacking limitations to a lack of limitations. It's gon' take you moving with a lack of hesitation. It's gon' take reversing all of that backwards thinking. But it's gon' take you further than all them dreams that you dreaming. And yeah, you can do it. I swear you can do it. I believe you have what it takes to get through it. This is divine timing, divine intervention, divine direction, divine protection for your divine mission. Greater shall you do, go. Greater shall you have, but you gotta know it's true. What's your greater existence? What's your greater existence? Greater shall you be, greater shall you do, greater shall you have, but you gotta know it's true. What's your greater existence? What's your greater existence?
Mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. Okay, sound like we in here. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome to Manifest Nation. Now listen, if you came here tonight to be comfortable, you came to the wrong place. I'm gonna just put that out there with you right now. If you came here tonight to be patted on your back while you stay in the same cycles, you might as well log off now, scroll somewhere else. That's not the type of time that we on tonight. This nation is not for the fragile, it's for the fed up. It's for the people who are sick of lying to themselves, sick of repeating the same cycles, sick of pretending that they're okay when they're not, sick of pretending that they live in a life that they want to pass down to their people. And that's why there's the growth that we see happening in this Manifest Nation, in our community. Shout out to everyone in the community. Shout out to everyone that's already subscribed to the Twitch channel. Because when you subscribe to the Twitch channel, not only do you get access to Manifest University, but you get access to the exclusive founding members network. And so there's all types of dope things that's happening, that's growing. But outside of all the things that are unknown, what we do know for sure is that when you subscribe to the channel, you get access to 8 of my eBooks, 1 of my workbooks, affirmations, guided meditations, the replays to all of these episodes, as well as a vault of previous classes and plenty of content that has been created for your growth, for your evolution. Welcome to Manifest University. It's a great place to break generational curses and learn how to create generational wealth. So not only are you going to get access to that, but you're going to get lifetime founder status on Twitch as well as inside Manifest University. There's a handful of other dope things that's going on as well, but you know, you can pull up on Twitch and you see up all the benefits, and make sure that you subscribe. But even if you're not, like I said, definitely make sure you go ahead and follow, hit the follow button so that you can be notified when we are going live. If you're watching this from anywhere else other than Twitch right now, so if you tap in there from Facebook, if you tap in there from TikTok, Instagram, who else is in here? YouTube, you're only going to be getting a piece of tonight's broadcast, and I just wanted to share with you as much as I could. But this is mostly for the night. Will be a Manifest Nation exclusive broadcast on Twitch. So come over, hit the link in my bio. It's also pinned in the comments. Go to brianhyppolite.com. There's a link there, or you can just go to Twitch, download the app, however you want to run it, and look up Manifest Nation or Brian Hyppolite, and you're gonna see it. Tap in with us. You're gonna be in the comments asking where the replay at or telling me to save it. I'm not. It's not gonna happen. So but I am going to tell you where you can catch it at. So pull up and get that, man. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for supporting. Tonight I'm not going to pull no punches, if you will, because your destiny don't care about your feelings. It doesn't care about your ego. So I won't, you know, so I won't either for the next for the next few moments that we have to exchange. And I would love it if you gave me that understanding and range, knowing that I'm not saying anything that I'm saying from a place to offend you, to hurt your feelings, to bother you, to speak down to you, to make you feel less than, or anything like that. That is not the place that this is coming from. I'm also completely okay with understanding that the things that trigger you also reveal things that still need to be healed, and still things that need to be worked on, things that still need to be dealt with. So it's a win-win for me as someone who wants to see you confront your shadows and grow in your light. So with that being said, I'm going to say some things tonight that might sting. I'm going to say some things that might cut, that might even feel personal, that make you want to argue with me in your head. And that's good, because the truth should hurt before it heals. So it's okay. I accept it. This nation is where we rip off the mask. Sometimes that's not comfortable. This nation is where we call out the lies you whisper to yourself in the dark. This nation is where we tell you the things your friends are too scared to say, and your enemies hope you never figure out. If you're watching again on TikTok or IG, respect. I just want you to know that you will only be catching the crumbs off this table today. Make sure that you pull up. Matter of fact, if you're going to, in just a little bit, I'm going to be opening the Manifest Nation hotline. The number to call in to chat with me live is only on the screen if you're watching on Twitch. So if you want to call in and have a conversation about any of the things that I'm talking about, you want to get a on-air mentorship session going on, you got to pull up on Twitch so you can get that number. All right. And for everyone that's already here on Twitch, subscribe right now. Don't watch from the outside. When you were born to sit at this table, pull up to Manifest University and start building with me. Empires aren't formed by people working on their own. I want to work with you hand in hand. Let's build this nation. Every empire begins with a nation. And tonight we're not just streaming, we're building our empires. Starting with you facing yourself. This is Manifest Nation. Let's build. First lie you're killing tonight is I'm fine. You're not fine. You're coping. You're maintaining. You're surviving. And because you've been surviving well, you say you're doing fine. Many of us grew up in an environment where our parent or parents, if you were blessed to have them both, was teaching us how to survive better than they did. And so that became the objective and the agenda. And as great and powerful as it was to propel us forward, it was still an objective and an agenda rooted in survival mode. The seed of survival mode can only lead to the fruit of survival mode, which is, as you may have guessed it or come to understand, is more survival mode. So when you say you're fine, I know you're lying. You're surviving. Better than the ones before you, sure. And that's good. And I award you, applaud you for that. But you've been calling surviving at its best, fine, because you're too scared to admit you're settling. You're settling. I'm fine is the language of the dying. It's the song of the stuck. It's the lullaby of wasted potential. So stop lying. You're not fine. You're frustrated. You're unfulfilled. You're watching your potential rot while you convince yourself you're okay. Every time you say, I'm fine, you push your destiny further out of reach. Who's brave enough to admit that you've been saying, I'm okay, I'm fine, well, you're not? Drop a one in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. The Manifest Nation hotline is open for those watching on Twitch. You see it on the screen. Go ahead and hit that number. You can give me a call. We can talk live on the air. What part of your life have you been saying I'm fine about, when the truth is that you're not? I definitely don't want to disrespect you, but I definitely want to challenge your excuses directly. I definitely not intending and don't want to and won't disrespect you, but it might be some time for some tough love to redirect you into alignment. And if you're ready for that, if you're not scared of that, and if you're watching on Twitch, go ahead and hit that hotline. The Manifest Nation hotline is now open. I'll be waiting on your call. I look forward to it. Let me make sure. Phone on, hotline on. Yeah. Let me tell you the truth that somebody should have told you already. You don't get to change what you don't confess. You don't get to change what you don't confess. The things that you things that you hide, you never heal. And things that you don't bring into light, keep trying to keep in the shadows, end up creating darkness around you. And in that darkness, there comes doubt, there comes defeat. There comes a lifestyle that's used to this darkness that you're not even supposed to be familiar with. So much happens, so much changes when we're using our words to be the deliberate creators of our reality. And in case that hasn't been a normal thing for you, I want one of the things that I offer you is to have that, at least this ability to come back to yourself and speak the words that will move you from wherever it is that you at and lead you to whatever it is that you need to be. So in this case that we're talking about right now, like the words that are coming to mind that I would love for you to take from this, that I would love for you to even speak out loud and repeat for yourself is, I am done lying to myself. No, like it really makes sense. Sometimes you got to say it. Sometimes you got to bring light to it. I am done doing this thing. It's one, acknowledging that you've done it in the past, which is you not acknowledging it is half of the problem. But it's also creating a boundary. You know, each and every one of you should know some things. And shout out to everyone that's read my books, because what I'm about to tell you is in my second book, which means it's about 5 years old. And it's something that I began teaching my children about 5 years ago. And so I put it in my second book, which is called Teach Them Young. It's 111 keys for building a phenomenal being. So no matter what your family structure or what your parenting situation is, this book is going to help you, give you 111 things that will help you build a phenomenal being. And it's available at brianhyppolite.com and all other online retailers for sure. But when you purchase it from brianhyppolite.com, I get the opportunity to keep in contact with you, to offer you discounts in the future, and even send you an ebook in advance of the physical copy. So thank you for your support, for pulling up at brianhyppolite.com and getting your copy of Teach Them Young. But what the book says is that I've taught my children to know a handful of things: their wills and won'ts, their do's and their don'ts, their must-haves and their non-negotiables. I'm going to say that for you again. It was your wills and your won'ts. The things that you will have in your life and the things that you won't have in your life. Your do's and your don'ts. The things that you will do and the things that you won't do. Your must-haves, the things that you need that are essential to not only your existence, but your forward progression, your betterment, to bring forth the best version of you. Those are your must-haves. Your non-negotiables are the things that you will not allow to be into your life. Things that will not change because of a conversation is had. Most of us, most people don't know that. Don't know those 6 things about them. It's a good time to learn it. It's a good time to know it. I'm done lying to myself. That's a great thing to say. I refuse to normalize survival. Oh, some more great words to utter, to speak over yourself. I refuse to normalize survival. That, you know, that really cripples a lot of the mindsets that raised us. No diss to our parents. They were taught how to survive. I'm 40 years old. My mother grew up in the 60s. Her parents were teaching her how to make it home. You know, my mother was teaching me how to excel in the environment that we had. She was teaching me how to survive as best as possible. My mother couldn't teach me how to thrive because that wasn't something that she was familiar with. So there was many parts of my upbringing bringing that normalized survival. And I'd be willing to bet there's some things in yours that also normalized survival as well. So to be conscious of that, and then to speak to yourself and to your conscious that you will not normalize survival, is definitely a liberating thing to do. Another liberating thing to do is to make a choice that you are going to have a supportive action behind and put a timestamp on it. For instance, I align with my divine destiny tonight. Yeah, something like that. I align with my divine destiny tonight. You know, there's some things that you say that as you're saying it, you shouldn't just say it. Put a timestamp on it. Say today. Say this week. Say this month. You got to give your blessings a date to show up, a date to pull up. There are many things that as they are going to manifest in your life, you're going to need to tell them when to get there. And you need to be there when they get there. I align with my divine destiny tonight. Yeah, that's a powerful. The second lie that you tell yourself that you really need to stop telling yourself is I'll do it tomorrow. Listen to me, family. People ask me all the time, how is it that you do what you're doing? How you running multiple businesses? How you taking care of multiple children? You homeschooling? You streaming? You recording music? You're editing things? You always in this hammock though. How are you doing all of these things? Listen, I understand that tomorrow is a scam and your comfort zone sells you it so that you can waste your today. So I have found ways to invest my today in the places and spaces and moments that matter most, and then I'm done. You've overclouded your life with things that you shouldn't be doing. Most of y'all not tired because you're doing too much. You tired because you're doing too little of what will fuel you and what fuels you. Let me drop a bomb on you for that one. Hold on. Wait, that ain't it. Let me drop a bomb on you for that. I really should put that over here so that it's right in front of me. I'll be forgetting about it until I say something. But tomorrow is why you've been talking about your goals for years. You have nothing to show for it. Tomorrow is why you're still broke. Tomorrow why your mama's still bitter. Tomorrow is why you're battling the same demons you swore you beat last year. Tomorrow is why you'll start a New Year's resolution and by February, it's like that never existed. Tomorrow is full of shit, and so are you if you go and believe in it. Family, excuse my language. I pray there's no children around. But family, you do not have tomorrow. You only have the time that you have right now. Destiny is right now. Discipline is right now. Alignment is right now. Drop a 1 in the chat if you know you've been playing the tomorrow game. Be honest, be real. Call it out. Call it to the carpet, man. You gotta be honest about it. Drop a 1 in the chat if you know you've been playing the tomorrow game. And of course, you already know if you're watching on Twitch, you can hit up the Manifest Nation hotline. Call me and tell me, what have you been putting off until tomorrow that you need to start facing tonight? Talk to me. Let me know. The graveyard is full of people who are going to start tomorrow. Full of people who was going to start tomorrow. But you know what? They tell themselves all these lies. And therefore, they didn't get that tomorrow. Another lie that they told themselves that I pray you'll take seriously enough to stop telling yourself is, that's just who I am. So what? I remember someone telling me how the conversation was about relocating out of the country, and just starting a life in a different country. And someone came into this conversation and was like, it really don't matter for me because all the things that I've seen and all the things that I've done, no matter where I go, I'm me. I'm me, and it's always going to be like this, and it's always going to be like that. And I was like, well, why aren't you evolving? If that's always how you've been, because of all this stuff, all this trauma that, but it's not happening to you now, but it's still sanctioning and running your life, and it's still the reason that you can't be who you're supposed to be. And now it's that's just who I am. Why aren't you evolving, sir? What's up with that? And why aren't you pursuing evolution? Why is that your excuse? Because the truth is, that's not who you are. That's who you've been practicing. You not a nigga, but if you act like a nigga, you'll be the best nigga out here. You're not lazy, but if you keep acting lazy, you'll be able to write a book on it. You're not naturally inconsistent. You've been practicing inconsistency. You're not naturally toxic. You've been practicing toxicity. You did what I'm saying? Stop acting like you're sentenced to your cycles, because you're not. You've just been repeating them so long that you call them your identity. We talked about that the other night, the mask that you've worn for so long that you forgot it was a mask. You forgot you put it on to survive that environment. You forgot you put that on because of a heartbreak, because of a hardship, because of a trauma you endured or a rough situation that you was in. You forgot that it was survival mode that made that valuable to you and made that powerful for you. If you want to get out of survival mode, you're going to have to put down everything that you got from it, even the weapons. Even the weapons. You can't take those weapons with you because they won't help you in the wars you're going to fight in thriving mode anyway. Different levels require different weapons, different mindsets, different understandings, different tactics. So don't worry, you won't need those. You've been repeating an identity for so long. And I know that because I don't even gotta say nothing to you to piss you off. I could just say something bad about somebody who shares the same identity as you, and you're gonna feel a need to defend them or to defend that identity. It ain't even got to be you. I ain't got to talk about you, but I could talk about somebody who shares the same identity as you, something you identify as, and you're gonna want to defend them. Yeah, that identity is powerful. It's best to not identify. It's best to not identify with anything that's not you, anything that's not offering you a greater existence. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. Identity is malleable. It's shaped by your beliefs and reinforced by your habits. And if you can practice this function, you can practice destiny. You did what I'm saying? Who here has been hiding behind, that's just who I am? Anybody gonna say anything? Anybody? It's just me. I'm talking to myself. Maybe it's for someone that's gonna watch the recording. But I'm gonna keep doing and saying what I know I was supposed to do and supposed to say. Because there's somebody that's been hiding behind this idea and this mentality, and it's crippling the results that you're getting in real time in your real life. And you know my motto, greater shall you be, greater shall you do, greater shall you have. So I'm just trying to align you with what would allow you to be greater. Matter of fact, right now, you have the opportunity. If you're not driving on the road, if you're not operating a motor vehicle, attending to a small child at this moment, if you're in a safe place, in a safe space, I just would love to invite you to give yourself the next maybe 60 to 90 seconds at the most of just meditation. Let's just do a quick little breathing exercise and visualization of a greater version of yourself, I promise you, it can't hurt you. It can't hurt you. It can only give something to you. Let's see what that is. So again, if you are in a safe place and you can actually stand just still at this moment, sit down or lay down or whatever you got to do. But if you just could close your eyes, take a deep breath. I like this box breathing method where you go in through your nose for 4 seconds, inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, and then exhale through your mouth for 4 seconds. I like that one. I like how it feels. I like how it feels going through my body after like the second or third one. So I'm going to do that. You can do whatever. You can do that if you want, or you know what, any whatever. But just a few deep breaths. Picture yourself standing in front of a mirror. On it are written every excuse you've ever told yourself. I'm fine. I'll do it tomorrow. That's just who I am. That's just how we are. That's just what it is. Now see yourself wiping that mirror clean. Watch your true reflection. Powerful, disciplined, and aligned, staring back at you. Take a deep breath. Say these words. I am not my excuses. I am not my mask. I am my higher self. And I manifest boldly. We'll say that again. I am not my excuses. I am not my mask. I am my higher self. And I manifest boldly. How's that feel? What did you see get wiped away? What was removed in that exercise, in that visualization? Of course, if you watch it from Twitch, the Manifest Nation hotline is open. You see the number on the screen. You can give me a call. You want to talk live on the air, let's do it. For those who are not watching from Twitch, this would be a great time for you to convert over. Follow the channel. Subscribe to the channel so you can not only see the episodes, but get the replays and be a part of the community. Be a part of the Manifest Nation for real. This is not just something that you watch. This is something that you become. Yeah, it's breaking generational curses and creating generational wealth in real life and in real time. Because family, here's the root of it. You're not running from life. You're not running from God. You're not even running from opportunities. You know what you're running from, right? You know what you're running from. You gonna make me tell you? You know what you're running from. You running from yourself. Every excuse, every lie, every cycle, that's just you avoiding you. And you can't build destiny while ducking your own reflection, silly. That's why manifesting you exists. Where is it at? Manifesting you. You got it's because it brings you a mirror. It brings you a mirror. And that's why, you know, that's y'all love that song Mirror. Oh, you had it twisted. Oh, you didn't know that you was gifted. Yeah, that's my joint. I love that song. It's powerful because of what? Makes you look at yourself. And regardless of what you're seeing, at the end of it, it's telling you, that's you. Look at that greatness. That's you. You know what I mean? Like, let's do it. Let's hear it. Why we talking about it? Let's hear it.
You know that you was gifted. You ain't know that stuff you. Oh, you had it twisted. Oh, you didn't know that you was gifted. You ain't know that stuff you went through just set you up for winning. You ain't know. Oh, you ain't know that you was chosen. You ain't know that you was golden. You ain't know you was important, huh? Oh, you ain't know you had a purpose much bigger than anything you ever considered. Oh, you ain't know. Well, I'ma be your mirror. Look, you have something to offer, you are not your mistakes. You wanna share your thoughts, but think nobody relates. Lowballing your work, and that's the irony, isn't it? When a life is significance, but don't think it's significant. You gotta shift your thinking, get in line with your infinite. Release all the negative beliefs that you dealing with. I know you can hear me, you know who you are. Identify with your greatness, instead of your scars. Let's let go of all these labels. You are not defective, be the first to know. Your presence is a blessing. In today's lesson, I leave for you to learn, as you can only have what you believe you deserve. Change your self-perception, your thoughts and your action. The secret is understanding the law of attraction. Look, it's time to start living out your passions. That's how you get your phoenix rising up about them ashes. Oh, you had it twisted. Oh, you didn't know that you was gifted. You ain't know that stuff you went through just set you up for winning. You ain't know. Oh, you ain't know that you was chosen. You ain't know that you was golden. You ain't know you was important, huh? Oh, you ain't know you had a purpose much bigger than anything you ever considered. Oh, you ain't know. Well, I'ma be your mirror, so you can see it clearer. Took it out of my mind and put it all in my hands. If you was count me out, cancel all of them plans. I'm selling dope in the open. These are audiograms. Apply real pressure, fakes ain't strong enough to withstand. I'm built different, it feel different, it's real different. When you embrace what makes you different, and that makes a difference. This is self-love, this is self-healing. Real wealth, belief in self, I pray you know the feeling. This is self-awareness, this is self-acceptance. It's about that time you turn your flaws into a secret weapon. I was destined, ain't see a way, so I made my own. Paved my own, stumbling blocks turn to stepping stones. Private planes, my daughter stepping on. Manifested, I got my blessings on. Bloomed in the midst of a storm that would've killed you. They tell me when they hear you, the real ones gon' feel you. I tell them we can win no matter the hand they deal you. Tupac staring at the world through my rear view, but you can't drive forward staring in the rear view. You gotta have a clear view on this road of life, so never make moves from what you seen in your rear view. I'm just trying to prepare you. Face your fears, you learn from what scares you. And if you holding back tears, let them tear through. You can outgrow your problems, I dare you. Oh, you didn't know that you was gifted. You ain't know that stuff you went through just set you up for winning. You ain't know. Oh, you ain't know that you was chosen. You ain't know that you was golden. You ain't know you was important, huh? Oh, you ain't know you had a purpose much bigger than anything you ever considered. Oh, you ain't know. Well, I'ma be your mirror, so you can see it clearer. That's you. That's you. That's you. That's you. Look at that greatness. That's you. That's you. That's you. Look at that greatness. That's you. That's you. That's you. Look at that greatness. That's you. That's you. That's you.
Listen, man, I don't know about you, but there ain't never a moment where that vibe don't vibe, man. It ain't never a moment where that vibe don't vibe, man. We can drop that at any place, anytime, anywhere. And the vibes be doing their thing, man. The vibes be doing their thing, man. Shout out to everybody who already know one day we're gonna be doing that in the 360 arena. It's already making its way around the world. People are already responding to it in an amazing fashion. But one day we're gonna see a sea of people singing those words, man. Shout out to everyone who already know it, who believe it. Man, manifesting you though. 111 keys too. Unlocking your divinity. Let's get to a little bit of that today, man. Somebody give me a number between 100 and 111, and I'm going to read you a corresponding key from this powerful book. If you don't have it, your library is incomplete, man. And the way that you're going through life, man, it's being delayed just like that. There's so many things that is dropping out of your life that's supposed to be there in your life, because you got to get this book, man. I see we got 93. I see 29 coming from the Twitch family. We're going to jump on that real quick. That's a good number. Let's see what 29 is talking about. 29. 111 keys to unlocking your divinity. Key number 29 says, nothing changes until you do. Y'all don't like this. Y'all ain't gonna like this one. Nothing changes until you do. Great alignment. Great alignment. I like it. And that shouldn't be problematic. Acceptance of change for your betterment should always be embraced. However, we are creatures of habit, tradition, and cultural conformity. This adds to the effects of centuries of psychological warfare and social economic oppression and conditioning. It seems like the truth of the matter is many of us aren't equipped, resourced, or in an environment that supports self-betterment. I say it seems because that's the truth. And that truth is, I say it seems because that truth is only as real as you believe and allow it to be. We will deal more with mindset and manifesting the visions of your mind's eye later in this book. But for now, let's begin focusing on your inward image of self and everything that makes you wonderfully marvelous with power. For some, this may be an introduction to the realm of oneself. For others, it will offer a chance to get reacquainted with oneself. One thing's for sure, nothing changes until you do. Listen, that is the most amazing key for y'all to call out after playing the mirror song, isn't it? I love the divine alignment. Big shout out. Who's that? That was Tiffany from Manifest University. Shout out to the mighty MU, always in masterful alignment. I love y'all so much. Jimmy, what's going on, brother? I see you. Yeah, the nation in here tonight. Sheila, what's going on? I seen Sheila on IG. Naj, what's happening, Queen? How you doing? If I don't know you personally, let me know where you at, where you from. Let's get acquainted in here. We nation building tonight. But nothing changes until you do. That's a powerful one, man. Manifesting you. Shout out to Brian Hyppolite. That's a great book. Go and pick that one up. I also seen what other number we got in here. We had a key 101. Philly in the building. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all love Philadelphia. I can't wait to the next time I get to come out there. And I think I need to stop waiting to be invited to Philly, and I need to just make it a thing and pull up, pick a day and let y'all know I'm coming and pull up, because I really love Philly. Yeah, key number 101. Yeah. I'm flipping through all these pages all slow. I'm enjoying the book, through each flip. Key 100, there we go. So the next one is ours. Key 101. Great mindsets, attitudes, ambition, and intentions are attributes that attract greater relationships. Are we talking about relationships in this one? Yeah, this is a really good chapter. I'm going to read that again. Great mindsets, attributes, ambitions, and intentions. Great mindsets, attitudes, ambitions, and intentions are attributes that attract greater relationships, resources, and gateways to further your path. Keep your mental state elevated and reflecting exactly what you want out of your moment, day, week, month, season, year, life, legacy. When you pay attention to something, you are buying an experience. It's an investment. So spend it carefully and only on things that will bring you a good return. Yeah, that's a strong one, man. You got to keep the mental state that reflects what you want to see in your future. And it's all about setting your intention. Again, the first thing that my children do in the morning, after they wake up, they have a list of things they have to do as they start their day. Shout out to who was that? Jimmy that called out 101. Manifesting you. My daughters wake up in the morning, they start their day, brushing their teeth, washing their face, making their beds. Then they're going to set their intentions. They're going to identify what it is that they want from the day, what it is that they're bringing to the day, how it is that they want to feel today, how it is that they want people to feel in their presence today, what it is that they want to learn today. They set their intentions and bring them to me. Hey, Dad, these are my intentions for the day. Now, as we go through the day, we experience these different moments where their behavior or their inward feeling is not reflecting the intentions that they set for themselves. And I remind them of their intentions. They can see it. It's in your handwriting. It's right there. Look, that's what you said. Is that what we're doing? Because that's what you said you wanted for you. Is that what we're doing? No? Okay. No problem. What do we need to do to get back there? What you need? You need a hug. You need a break. What do you need? You need something to eat? Like, what do you need? Do you need help? What do you need to get you back to that place? 9 times out of 10, what we need is something internal. But there are all these other things that, because they mind, they're going to get the option to have in addition to that. All right. But ask yourself, what is it that you need to get back to that place that you intend on being? There's so much power in your intentions, and living an unintentional life should be stressful. You should have anxiety. You should have a hard time keeping up because you're behind the ball. Fundamentally, you can't make a move until life makes a move so you can react to it. That's the type of life that you live in if you are not setting your intentions and walking out your intentions. Or a life of low intention, a life of low accountability, meaning you set your intentions, but you don't stay accountable to them. And sure, you'll fulfill them if life gives you that chance to. No, we are exposing the lie tonight. Welcome to Manifest Nation. Listen, for those who have been watching anywhere else other than Twitch, you should definitely come over to Twitch because you are not going to see this whole episode. You won't be able to find the replays of it anywhere else but on Twitch. If you're watching on TikTok or IG or Facebook or YouTube, you're only catching the echoes of this. This broadcast was going on before you even got the access to it, and it's going to be going on long after your access is cut off. And I would love for you to be a part of the whole thing. Not only that, I would love to build with you. Join the community so we could build. There's a lot of networking going on. Yeah. Not only come over to Twitch, but follow the channel and subscribe if you want access to the community. This is a nation where we take off the mask. This is not a nation for the fragile, the ones who want to be justified in their behavior. This is for the ones who want to change, the ones who want to grow, the ones who want to stop telling themselves lies and making excuses. It's been normalized way too long. It's time to do something about it. Yo, if you're watching from Twitch, somebody hit up the phone line, the Manifest Nation phone line. The number's right there on the screen. I want to know what change you are making tonight that aligns you with your destiny, aligns you with your divine alignment. I want to know what change you're making. If you can't use the phone, put it in the chat. I want to know what change you're making that aligns you with your greater existence, because the graveyard is full of people who was going to do it tomorrow. What you talking about right now? I want to hear from you. Let's talk about it. Every excuse, every lie, every cycle is you avoiding you. So let's talk about it. Let's put it on Front Street, because you can't build destiny ducking the version of you that you are. And nothing should be standing in the way. You shouldn't be okay with anything standing in the way of your greatness, especially not this current version of you. Because that's one of the handful of things I had that you can control. That's why this book exists, to help you face yourself and build structure from no matter where you came from or what you went through. That's why I exist. That's why Manifestation exists, to stop you from lying in silence, to be a great reflection of divine that's within you, for the God in me to speak to the God in you. That's why my mentorship exists. Because some of these patterns, some of these demons, some of these distorted energies, some of these mindsets, some of these ties won't die until you stop fighting them alone. Meaning there's some type of resource that could be added to you to strengthen your ability to win that fight and to close that door. And sometimes we need that, depending on where we're at, what battles we're in. You need that. You need someone that's going to talk to you several times a month. Some people only need to hear from me once a month. There's some people who need to hear from me, want to hear from me, would like to have mentorship from me 3 times a month. Two different mentorship programs there to meet your needs, you know. But in this nation, Manifest Nation, we are here. We don't run. We face, we fight, and we free ourselves. Shout out to all the liberators. Shout out to everyone who's not only setting themselves free, but they turning around and showing other people how to get free as well. You know what I mean? That's who I want to salute. That's who I want to show love to. That's who I want to build with. So if that's the type of time you want, definitely subscribe to the Manifest Nation channel so you can join and be a founding member. And this is for the first 111 people that subscribe to the channel. You will be a founding member of this channel, a founding member of this mission to broadcast this message to millions. So thank you for all your love and support. Thank you for everyone that's signing up today. Thank you to everyone that's subscribing today. Thank you to everyone that's even following the channel, just so you can stay engaged and stay locked in. Call the hotline. Call the Manifest Nation hotline. Let me know who's ready to start running from yourself tonight. I put the little running emoji in the chat if you can't call in. Let me know who's in here, who's ready to start running from yourself tonight. We got to put a time on it. I know we getting towards that time of the year where y'all want to start making New Year's resolutions. And we know statistically, and we know from just even your own existence, them things don't be happening. You don't follow through with them shits. Statistically, most New Year's resolutions are sabotaged by mid to late February. February, the shortest month of the year, y'all can't even get through it. Why is that? Why is that? It's a lack of accountability. I mean, we can take a fitness goal. There's a lot of people, the people who start with a trainer, who start with someone who's holding them accountable, I think are 60 to 70% more likely to accomplish the goals. Accountability is a powerful thing, especially when you get in the habit of being accountable to yourself. And sometimes you need someone to help you with that. So yeah, if you're watching from Twitch, call me and declare the lie that you're done with, the truth that you're stepping into tonight. And if you're watching from anywhere else, man, it's been a good time rocking with you. But we're going to get back to a Twitch-only broadcast at Manifest Nation. And so if you're on TikTok, IG, Facebook or YouTube, come over to the nation, man. Be a part of what we got going on so you can get the whole thing. But it's been cool connecting with you, seeing y'all comments, seeing y'all love. Thank you so much for engaging. Now come be a part of it. It ain't something that you just watch. It's something that you do. You know what I mean? Shout out to everyone who's tapping in and everyone that's leveling up. I'm gonna talk to you in a little bit though. Y'all take care. I'm gonna give it with the family. We in here. We in here. We gotta let them know sometimes. You gotta let them know sometimes. You know, so we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it for the public and let them get some of this food. But you know, this meal was made for the family. This meal was made for the family. We gonna let everybody get the overflow, but this meal was made for the family. You did. Give me another number between 1 and 111. I want to give you a key from 111 keys of spiritual alchemy. Yeah, let's get into it. Let's study a little bit more. Give me another key, another number. 55, let's do it. If you got a question that you want me to answer as well, put it in the chat. Key number 55 from 111 Keys of Spiritual Alchemy is in the chapter 6, which is forging resilience through inner strength. It says building resilience through physical health. Alignment, I love it all the way through. Your physical health directly impacts your mental and emotional resilience. A strong body supports a strong mind, equipping you to handle stress and recover from setbacks more effectively. Commit to regular exercise, a balanced diet, and sufficient sleep. These habits not only enforce your energy and focus, but they also improve your ability to manage stress. There is a deep connection between physiology and psychology. Taking care of your body is essential for overall resilience. Now, I've grown a little bit since this was created, and I would actually change one thing about this is that improve your ability to manage stress. And while I do understand, and there is still absolute 100% truth in what it said, while that does help your body deal with stress better, and that is really how I meant it, but I don't think that's how I articulated it, and someone else may know that. So I do want to add to that we don't manage stress, we eliminate stress. We don't manage stress, we eliminate stress. We take stress out, we let stress be removed. And it's important that we be intentional to not try to manage stress, not try to deal with stress or find the best way to deal with stress. It's to do the things that remove it from you. That's what's important. For sure. Listen, tonight I told you I wasn't going to sugarcoat anything. I rarely coddle anyway. But I'm always playing nice, you know. I ain't never trying to wound you. But I do want to rip that mask off. I do want to, because some of y'all got it so tight. It's like you're loosening it up. But as soon as life throw you a curveball, you tighten it back up and you putting that mask back on. And I want to ask you some questions. I want to ask you some questions out of Bloodline Breaker. Definitely becoming a fast favorite for a lot of readers I see. And I can understand why. And it's really what I've been telling y'all, why I think this book is so special. is because it's, first of all, it's so easy to read and has so much information in it, but it's such an easy read. More than the information that's in it, though, it's the questions that it asks you that help you identify some things that you needed to see in your life. And then it gives you something powerful to do with those answers that you got from those questions that you asked yourself. I want to ask you a question. I want you to call out what needs to be called out. I want you to break the silence contract that you've had with things that aren't good for you, that aren't good for your family. Because if we're going to protect it, then we are passing it down. So my question to you is, what's one thing in your family no one talks about, but everyone feels? What's one thing in your family that no one talks about, but everyone feels? That's a strong one to reflect on. I'll give you another one. What lie have you told yourself to keep the peace? What lie have you told yourself to keep the peace? Let's be honest about it tonight. Sheila in the chat from Manifest University. Sheila said, I believe some folks feel abandonment, but don't talk about it. Yeah, that could definitely be that thing that's passed around the dinner table like an heirloom. That no one's mentioning, no one's saying anything about, because they don't want to, feel like they don't want to acknowledge that deep, dark feeling of abandonment. Many people are too afraid to admit that they are even struggling with that. Yeah, absolutely. That's a great one to call out. Who benefits from your silence? And who suffers from it? Who benefits from your silence and who suffers from it? Because listen, your destiny doesn't care about your comfort. It cares about your commitment. So what are you committed to? Are you committed to staying the same, or are you committed to change? Are you committed to being who you have always been, or who you are meant to be? Are you committed to settling for what's available to you? Are you committed to creating that which you desire? There's so many people who are wanting and wishing, not yet crossed into committed to creating. Don't be like those people. This is the place for you to grow. This is the manifest nation. This is a nation of manifesting, taking it out of your mind and putting it into your hands. And now is the moment for you to commit to aligning yourself with all that will bring you to that greater existence. Let this moment be the moment. Let tonight be the night. I see no reason why you shouldn't align with your greater existence. Tonight we killed excuses. Tonight we expose the lies. And I would love for you to take it beyond here, family. I want to give you something to do. Write a truth letter to your family. And you don't have to send it to them. But start with, here's what I don't want to pretend anymore. Here's what I don't want to pretend about anymore. Here's what I don't want to sweep under the rug anymore. Write a truth letter to your family. Again, whether you choose to send it to them, deliver it to them, share it with them, that's completely up to you. But write a truth letter. And then read it out loud. Choose a safe person to share it with so that they can come into agreement with you. No filters. Yeah. That's really what it's about. And we're talking about being greater than you ever been. Family, this is manifestation. It's not for the faint of heart. This is for the bold. This is for the hungry. These are for the ones who would rather be offended by the truth than comforted by the lies. And I appreciate the opportunity to hold space and share space with you. And if you have a question about anything I've mentioned or anything I discussed, I would love for you to call the hotline, the Manifest Nation hotline. Let's talk about it. If you can't do that, put it in the chat. But let's continue to align ourselves. Listen, if you came here to be comfortable, you came to the wrong place. If you came here to get called out, if you came here to grow, if you came here to be corrected and elevated, you're in the right nation. I'm here to be real with you. Because again, your destiny doesn't care about your feelings, it cares about your alignment. It's time to stop telling yourself these lies. Because at some point in time, your trauma stopped being your truth and started being your excuses. Your trauma stopped being your truth and started being your excuses. That thing was no longer happening, no longer taking place. But you treating that scar like an open wound. And I'm not saying that you do it because you like the attention that being the victim gets you. But a lot of people seem to. I'm not saying that you're doing it because you like the lack of accountability that's attached to it. But there's a lot of people who do. I don't know you and your situation, so I can't say for sure. Either way, it's time to let it go. It's time to stop nursing that scar like it's an open wound. It's time to stop responding to life as if you still have this open wound. The trauma is no longer being inflicted. You have to stop behaving as if it just happened and allow the healing to take place. Allow the healing to be present. Yeah. It's time to stop lying to yourself. It's time to understand that acknowledging your role is the most liberating thing that you can do. Because like I said last night, if you played a part in the problem, you could play a part in the solution. And that's really what it's about. Hit me up on the hotline. Let me know. Call me. Tell me what excuses you've been leaning on that you're letting go of. I want to hear about it tonight. I see you, Sheila. She says sometimes people lie saying that they're okay when they're not. They have to realize it's okay not to be okay all the time. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a really big lie that we tell ourselves. I'm okay. I'm fine. No, you're not. No, you're not. And let's get you there though. Let's get you there. Let's pay attention to what will get you there. Healing. There's a song that I got with my daughters called Healing. Man, I love this song. And as we were recording it, My babies are singing this song, and I begin to cry. First of all, shout out to the fact that my children have grown up in $1 million recording studios. The thing that I wanted the most as a child, never seen in my childhood, never, you know what I mean, did not experience, but I just want to be in a recording studio. I wanted to see what that was like. And my children have grown up in $1 million recording studios all around this country. So big shout out to that. And I was crying because not only are they in here, and they on the mic, and not only on their mic, but they're singing, and not only are they just singing, but they're in this creative flow. They got the auto tune on. Leilani's like learning how to inflect her voice to play with the auto tune, and it's sounding phenomenal. And I'm just crying. Samara look over. Samara's holding the camera. Samara look over to me. She say, stops recording. Are you crying? Mm-hmm. She say, why are you crying? I said, it's just so healing. Baby girl said, I thought you healed already. Like, why are you still crying? Like, you don't understand, it happens in layers, happens in phases. Okay. And this is a new beautiful part of my healing right now, getting to see them step into their artistry. And I can't wait to shoot the music video for this song and share it with you. But we definitely gonna play it right now. Let's check it out. This is healing. You heard it right here on Manifest Nation.
The up things that have happened in your life, and you can put that on a list, and you somehow made it past all of this to be in a position where you can still go make some stuff happen. That's what you have in common with every hero of every story, of every autobiography, of every... Is how much happened to you that should have broke you, that did not break you, so that you were able to then. Amen.
It feels like letting go, not trying to control things that's beyond your control. It feels like acceptance, not holding up resistance. So life starts flowing and things start shifting. It feels like going from blurry thoughts to clear vision, changing how you handle opposition. It feels like soul recognition, finding a pot of gold from your soul's intuition. Look, it's evidence of a divine presence, divine guidance and divine protection, divine alignment and divine assignments, divine blessings and divine timing, divine favor take you places you can't pay for, in vibrational alignment with my greater. I've been living the days I pray for, mind, body, and soul in harmony with the Creator. I'm healing, healing, healing. I'm healing, I'm healing, healing, I'm healing, I'm healing, I'm healing. Joy comes from me abundantly, holding the vibration of what I want to come to me. I let go of the pain and stop the suffering. You could do it too if you wondering. Be honest about what's hurting and lay down your burdens. Release whatever's hindering your peace. 3 things for you to do. Look in the mirror, say I'm sorry and I forgive you. Leave self-destruction in your rear view. Get you some healing you can live you. A life that don't reflect the strife that you've been through. Instead it projects the light that's within you. Starve your pain and you'll find your ego. Starve your ego, you'll find your beast. Starve your beast and you'll find your truth. You find your truth, you gon' find your peace. Healing, healing, I'm healing, I'm healing, healing, I'm healing.
Yeah, that's it. Healing. That's me and my babies. And we got them vibes. We got them vibes for sure, man. Big shout out to everyone that's been streaming that on all platforms. Of course, we got a music video that'll be dropping soon. Man, that was it. What y'all think about it? What y'all think about it? Thank you, Sheila. Thank you, Sheila. Sheila said, real talk, your voice soothes my soul. Plus the babies, I love it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Listen, we doing what we supposed to be doing, and it's an honor and a pleasure to be out here doing it for real, for real. You know, so again, peace and power and presence to the family. If you just joining into the Twitch broadcast, this is Manifest Nation. This is a sanctuary where excuses die, where truth lives, where destinies are reborn. I broke it down like this yesterday. I said, what I say? I said, I believe we have destiny and we have fate. And I believe, and I'm saying I believe because I don't know, but it's what I believe. I believe we have destiny and we have fate. And I believe fate is what we experience when we fail to align with destiny. Destiny is what is meant for us. Fate is what we will have in its absence. That empowers me to be the version of myself that aligns with my destiny instead of fate. I've experienced both. And from my experience, that's what separated the fate of a situation and the destiny of a situation. The alignment. Again, it's just my theory. I'm not claiming that you should inherit it, but I'm just telling you what I'm thinking. So again, welcome to Manifest Nation. Tonight we're pulling off another mask. The one most people wear every single day. Most. Because too many of us are hiding. Smiling while suffering. Hustling while hollow. Performing while perishing. And tonight, before we get out of here, we're going to expose that lie. We're going to reveal that truth. We're going to hand you back your freedom. The hotline is still open, and I still want to hear from you. Don't be scared. If you're bold enough, if you're brave enough, if you're willing to, let's step into conversation on aligning you with your greater experience, a greater existence live on the air. I appreciate y'all typing in the chat. Put your voice on the line. Let's talk truth to power tonight. This is not hype. This is your lifeline. The most dangerous phrases in the world we've discussed tonight. Some of them we discussed, like, I'm fine. I'm fine has killed more destinies than drugs ever did. I'm fine is the lie you tell when your soul is screaming for help. I'm fine is a mask you wear because vulnerability terrifies you more than pain does. You're not fine, you're functioning. Functioning at work, functioning in front of your friends, functioning in front of your kids, functioning in your relationship. But the truth is you're bleeding behind that smile. Psychology shows suppressed emotions don't disappear. They turn into anxiety, they turn into depression, autoimmune issues, addictions. That I'm fine is literally costing people years off of their life. Now, Chad, I want you to talk to me on this one. When was the last time you said I'm fine and you knew it was a lie? The hotline is open. Hit me up, people. 813-686-0963. If you've ever hidden behind I'm fine, call me. Tell me the truth behind your mask. I would love to take a couple calls this evening. And remember, your courage might set someone else free tonight. Well, we know for sure. And sometimes the first step to healing is just saying it out loud. It's just saying it out loud. It's acknowledging it for what it is. We did a visualization exercise earlier in the broadcast, and I got another one that I really want to do. But before we do that, I want to tell you the story. I'm going to drop some game on you real quick, real slick. There was a bird. There was a bird that was flying south for the winter. The bird left late. The bird didn't leave when everyone else was leaving. The bird put it off till tomorrow. The bird finds itself flying in a colder climate than what he's used to and dealing with rain that he's not used to. And between the rain, between the water in his wings and the temperature, the bird's wings froze and he fell from the sky. Now he's laying there on the ground, freezing to death. Quite sure that he's going to die. And a cow walks by. Takes a shit on him. Stay with me. The cow walks by and shits on this bird. Poops on this bird. The warm cow poop starts to melt the ice off of the wings of the bird. The bird is like, oh my gosh, I'm back in the game, baby. I can fly. I can get where I'm trying to go. And he starts singing. And then a cat is walking by and hears the bird singing. Realizes that that sound is coming from under this poop. A scratch through the poop, finds the bird, pulls the bird out of the poop and eats it, rips his head off, walks away. End of the story. Curtain closed. I pray you got the message, because there were several gems that I dropped on you. The first thing is timing is everything. The right timing moves things in fruition quicker than the right practices. Divine timing keeps you divinely protected. Don't put things off till tomorrow. What you need to do and could do and should do today. Proper timing is one of the most effective tools that you have to work with. And being outside of it opens you up to challenges and trials and trauma that you otherwise would never fall victim to or have to experience. That's the first gem that was dropped on you. I hope you got it. The next is everyone who puts you in some shit ain't your enemy. Everybody who puts you in some shit, get you in a situation that don't look good, that you ain't think was going to be good for you, that don't feel familiar to you, that don't please your senses or your sense of ego. Everyone that puts you in situations like that is not your enemy. The next thing that I dropped on you was when you're going through something, Even when you coming out of the storm, people don't even be dry coming out the storm yet. And you want to tell everybody, be quiet. When you're going through something, go through it, get through it. Get to the top of the mountain, then talk to the people in the valley. Y'all be talking too much. Be quiet and go through it. Notate it, journal it. You ain't got to tell everybody. It's not everyone's business. And many people don't believe you, and many people don't even want to see you elevate in the way that you elevate. You be inviting the wrong energy in your life because you just feel the need to want to tell everybody everything. Shut your ass up. And then the fifth lesson that I dropped on you in that story was everyone who pulls you out some shit ain't your friend either. Everybody that show up conveniently when you need something ain't your friend. Everyone that's offering you an out towards something that you are uncomfortable in, it's not your friend. But listen, there's so much that could have been avoided just with the divine alignment. Staying on course, staying on track the way that you need to. Now, as we can breathe that in for a moment, let's take a deep breath. If you're in a safe place with the ability to, I invite you to close your eyes. Put your hand on your chest and take a deep breath. Like I said, I enjoy box breathing. That's inhaling for 4 seconds through the nose and holding it for 4 seconds, then exhaling for 4 seconds through the mouth. Inhaling for 4 seconds through the nose, holding it for 4 seconds, and exhaling for 4 seconds through the mouth. That's what I'm going to do. Close your eyes for a moment if you can, if you have the ability. Take a deep breath. Say these words. I will no longer lie to myself. My pain deserves healing, not hiding. I am worthy of peace. I am safe to be seen. Inhale freedom. Exhale shame. See yourself laying the mask down right here. You could do it. See, the lies that if you hide long enough, it'll fade away. But the truth is, what you don't face will feed on you. It will host on you. It will attach itself to you and pull from you. What you hide in the dark will sabotage you in the light, that's for sure. Studies even show that suppressed trauma rewires the brain. It lives in the body, in tension, in headaches, and in sickness. And now we're talking about something that is in your mind affecting your body, your physical existence. You see why I say that we don't manage stress? We remove it, we destroy it, we eliminate it. That is a terror. We don't negotiate with terrorists. That's why so many of us feel way down, not knowing why. And then spiritually, you can't manifest a new life dragging corpses from old pain. I need to tweet that. That's a good one. Listen, that one right there. You can't manifest your new life while dragging corpses of your own pain. You hear what I'm saying? And you deserve the freedom of not walking around with all this bondage. This is a season that I would love for you to take advantage of. And I don't know if you've ever traveled anywhere before where you didn't need to take anything with you, because when you got where you were going, everything that you needed would be there. I don't know if you've ever experienced that, if you ever traveled that way before. But those who have, or those of you have seen who were doing that, you've seen them in the airport and they didn't have no bags. They didn't have no bags. This is a no baggage season. You hear what I'm telling you? This is a season of no baggage. This is a carry-on season. If we're going to put it in airline terms, we're going to put it in travel terms. This is a carry-on season. No baggage. You could bring your personal item with you and let's go. But everything that you need is going to be where you need to be when you get there. The universe doesn't give you what you want. It mirrors what you embody. So you're going to need to begin to embody everything that you want to see manifested in your life instead of embodying everything that you've endured. That is what's going to have to be your reality. That is what's going to have to be your decision-making mechanism. That is what's going to have to be what you become the vibrational match for. The hotline's open, family. 813-686-0963. Give me a call. Let's talk about it. If you know you've been leaking hidden pain in your life tonight, what's the real truth behind it? What's the real truth behind that? I'm fine. What have you been hiding that's you're ready to release tonight? The hotline's open. Call the number. You can even send a text line. You can even send a text in through the number that's on the screen right now. Manifest Nation Hotline. And I love to talk to you. Healing begins when the hiding ends. Sheila, what you nervous about? What do you think is going to happen? Sheila said, Sheila's in the chat on, she says she nervous. Healing begins when hiding ends. And you know that because you've experienced someone who has gotten so displeased in a situation where they're angry or frustrated or scared or whatever. You've seen individuals that began to react like a juvenile when confronted with certain things that they were unhappy with. And the reason that they did that is because that's when the wound took place in their childhood, in their earlier years. And it was never addressed. It was never dealt with. It was never healed. So when it's brushed up against, they go back to the same age that unhealed wound took place in. I've seen it. Something happened and I was looking at my sister like, why are you acting like you are 12 years old right now? What happened? Because we was in our late 20s. Something happened that triggered her. And she immediately went into the fears of that 12-year-old her. Well, what about this? And I had to bring her back to reality. Like, why would that be the reality? Why would that be what's gonna happen? But she immediately, we see that all the time. We see that in people who throw adult temper tantrums when they're upset about some shit. We see that in people who, when they feel like they're not being heard, they raise their voice. We see that in our behaviors. that we haven't healed in a place in the space, and because of that, we are trapped there in our behaviors when triggered. Some of the masks you wear aren't even yours. They're handed down to you. And it's a great day to take them off. Whether it's the mask of your behaviors or the mask and your mindsets. Some of us were given behaviors. Grandpa drank, dad drank, you drank. Mama stayed in an abusive relationship. Grandma said, baby, as long as he don't bring you home no new child, you let that man be a man. And you repeated it. Everyone just said that's how it is, that's how we are, that's how it goes. So you've allowed addiction and abuse to run in your life, to run in your family. These things will continue to do so until someone in your family makes it stop. Is that going to be you? I believe so. I believe you wouldn't be here if that wasn't a part of your divine purpose, to be a generational curse breaker in your family. There was a time where civilizations of people would peep the young, and before they were of any significant age, if they seemed to be weak, they would just throw their little asses off a bridge. They would just throw them off a cliff because they said we are only raising the strong ones. I don't know how you feel about that, but I kind of like what the way that they was. I like what they was meaning to do, for sure. I don't know if we gotta throw them off a cliff, but we should definitely do away with these weak beings that we keep fostering. Whether it's being intentional to stop doing that or doing something else with them. But I'm talking to the strong ones. I'm talking to the black sheep that are really the goat ones. You're not the black sheep, you're the goat. Research proves that children of alcoholics are 4 times more likely to become alcoholics. Same with trauma patterns. They're inherited like DNA. But here's the flip side to it. When one person heals, the bloodline shifts. When one person heals, not only does that heal the future bloodline and shift things for the future bloodline, but it heals things in previous timelines for ancestors as well. That's why I wrote that book, Bloodline Breaker. This is my 10th book. I love it. It's one of my favorites. Let's see. We got a call. We got a call coming from the Manifest Nation hotline. What's going on? You on the Manifest Nation hotline? Who am I talking to? Hello, hello. Thank you for calling. Anybody there? I don't hear any response. Anybody there? I know I got reception. I got Wi-Fi. What's up? What's up? What's up? We'll take another call. But that's why I wrote Bloodline Breaker, man. This book is a flashlight in the basement of your family history. And it doesn't just show you these chains. It shows you how to shatter them. And that's what it's all about. What's up? You on the Manifest Nation hotline? Hello, how you doing? I can hear you. Who's calling?
Okay. This is me, Sheila.
Sheila, how you doing?
Good.
I'm glad you found the courage to call in. So Sheila,
because I know other people will be listening to these conversations, so I get kind of like summed up. I guess it's like public speaking, so that's something that I'm working on.
Well, I'm excited that you moved beyond your comfort zone this evening. I'm going to ask you to do it again. I want you to tell me what's the real truth behind the lie, I'm fine or I'm okay, that you have told yourself before?
Are you breaking up? I don't know if it's my signal over here, but you're breaking up a little bit.
Have you ever told yourself I'm fine before?
Yes. I told that to myself maybe last week or the week before, because there's a lot of responsibilities as a single parent, and it's like you tell yourself that you're okay. You tell yourself you got to continue to be strong, and it's just like sometimes it becomes like overwhelming because you put a lot of pressure and a lot of, because there's a lot of responsibilities that you got to do and multiple roles you got to play. So sometimes I kind of hide behind the mask of saying that, I got to be strong, I got to be okay, when really I got to allow myself to just let go and realize, give myself time to be able to just be me and know that, it's hard for me to fully explain the best way I want to know how, because it's like when you feel something is what you feel. And it's like sometimes it's hard to express what you're going through at that moment.
Yeah.
You just, but you're going through it. You just got to work through and roll through what you go through.
Absolutely.
So,
and I can understand exactly what you're saying, and I think there's a lot of people out there that can understand it and feel the same way, that wake up each day under the weight of their responsibilities, under the pressure of holding things together, keeping things together. And there are different lies that we tell ourselves, especially when the stakes are on the line. There's lies that we'll tell ourselves just to survive. There's things that we will hide from ourselves just to get through. And I think the most important thing is that we decide to not want to survive anymore. That we acknowledge that when we're doing that, when we are just saying I'm fine and we're just finding ways to cope, see that for what that is. That's something that keeps us and connects us to survival mode, and let's choose something else to do. Let that be the indicator that, hey, I'm back in survival mode. Let me elevate my vibration. Let me get back in thrival mode. If I'm feeling drained, it's probably not because I'm doing too much. It's probably because I'm doing too little of what fuels me. Let me realign myself with what fuels me. Let me look around and see if there's some things I don't even need to be doing right now. That maybe I took on because I said yes because I felt like I had to or I needed to, or the story I told myself had told me that that's what I needed to do. Like, we just look around and say and find out what's in alignment and allow everything else to be everything else, Sheila. Free yourself.
it's just, and that's what I do. I work on each and every day, and I just with that, that's where you come in. That's where, because we all have our moments in time where it's still like we're good and we're just vibing high. We just in thrive mode. But sometimes people forget we are human. We are spiritual beings living in human experience, and
Right.
We just have to allow ourselves to just embrace it and take a moment and pause and be still and just allow us to embrace the moment in life and all the lessons that we need to learn from it. So when I go through certain moments and tests and just a lot in life when it comes to just being, a woman, being, a woman of color, and just being a single parent, I just have to allow myself to just be like, you know what, like I said, take a pause and just see what, allow myself to feel my feelings, understand my emotions, and figure out what do I need to learn from this. And whatever I learn from it, then I, share my, share that information to others, because a lot of people walk around thinking like they're the only ones that's situations, and that no one understands what they're going through. This is their life. This is what they're experiencing. That's why I share these certain things, because it's not just you, going through these things, and it's okay to allow yourself to, go through these emotions. Just allow, but still allow yourself to work through them, because, as I said, we are human. We are supposed to have our ups and downs and have our light days and dark days, but just don't stay stuck in it.
And that's absolutely important, that we don't stay stuck, that we allow ourselves to breathe through it, go through it, get through it, and give ourselves all the best things that we need in order to do so. That's extremely important. Sheila, let me ask you one last question before I let you go. What has Manifest Nation meant to you?
Repeat that one more time.
Yes. What does being a part of Manifest Nation mean to you?
It means a lot to me, because when Manifestation came to my life, a long time ago. It came into my life when I was going through a transitional phase, and it was during one of the hardest times in my life, and it just brought so much light, so much wisdom, so much peace, so much of a lot of things that just helped me find me. Find me again, the person who I was always been, but buried. And it just so reborn again.
That's
so
beautiful.
Now I can live the most authentic version of myself.
That's absolutely beautiful. Sheila, thank you.
Everything to me.
Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for facing that fear and calling in. We appreciate you for being a part of the nation and being a loyal supporter. I appreciate it. I'm excited to know your name and see you in the place to be, Sheila. Thank you so much.
I just want to say before I let you go that I appreciate you. I admire you. I'm grateful for you and all the dedication, all the hard work, the blood, the sweat, the tears, the sleepless nights, everything that you do, that for not just for you, for your family, but for all of us, the people who are actually tuning in to you. And, if no one else does it, I will. And I thank God for allowing me to, and I told you this in the live chat, for just experiencing you, and just absorbing your essence through everything that you do with your work and your music and just everything. So, thank you again for you.
Thank you, Queen. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Go back to your life.
All right.
I'll see you in the chat.
All right. Thank you. Talk to you soon.
All right.
God bless. That's what it's about, y'all. That's the family pulling up. You know what I mean? Alignment is when your words, your wounds, and your walk tell the same story, and it's all about getting in alignment. It's all about living a life of alignment. That's what we did tonight. We've done things, we spoke on things to bring you back into alignment. So next time you go, you feel that relapse taking place. Nah, the cycle's not going to continue. we're going to build the identity strong enough to hold on to the healing. All right. Yeah, man. It's nothing but love and light, man. This was Manifest Nation. Tonight, we didn't just talk, we transformed. We called out the mask, we exposed the lies, we heard the voices on the hotline. We stood together in truth. But don't log off and go back pretending. Don't scroll away and put your mask back on. Take action. Family, whether you're grabbing that Bloodline Breaker book, that 111 Keys of Spiritual Alchemy book, of course, that powerful Manifesting You, 111 Keys, or any of the book bundles. You know, I got 10 books that's available to you. There's a 3-book bundle, a 5-book bundle, an 8-book bundle. There are even Manifest mentorship options that are available with these book purchases. Whatever it is that you need, get you the skill sets, get you the resource, get you the mentorship, take it to the next level. But for sure, at least, if nothing else, subscribe. Subscribe to the channel so that not only can you get access to the replays of these episodes, but you will get access to the Manifest University Discord, where I'm rocking each and every day with my community, where I'm pouring into my community, where I'm answering the DMs and messages from my community. If y'all don't see me on social media, it's because I be locked in with my community. And half of what happens, what y'all get from me on social media at this point it's automated. And that needed to be automated because in real life and in real time, I'm in here with my community. So if you want to be a part of that, then definitely tap in. The only way that you can right now, other than getting the Manifest mentorship, other than getting into a 4-figure program, the only way to get this access is to just subscribe to this channel, which I believe is $7.99. So get that access, get in there, and let's make it happen. Let's make it happen, man. I love you out of life. I'm willing to water you if I ain't want you to grow. A rising tide raises all boats. So if you got something from this broadcast, what I need you to do is to share it with somebody else. Not just share this broadcast, but share the information, share the wisdom. Elevate somebody else as well. Follow through this with some type of action. Get some type of tool. Get something in your hands that's going to help you take it to the next level. If you're interested in my mentorship program, send me a message on any of the networks that you connect with me on, and I'll get you more information on the application process. We'll get you a one-on-one interview to see if it's truly something that's a great fit for you and that you're a great fit for us. But I look forward to working with you one-on-one for the next 6 to 8 months and helping you become unshakable in your divine purpose. You did what I'm saying? But till next time, stay aligned, stay elevated, stay unshakable. Yo, this is what we're going to do on our way out. Other Side. It's my favorite. This is actually one of my favorite music videos. It's the last one that I got to shoot with my mother. It took almost 3 years for me to release it just because it was the last piece of there's a last music video that I got to shoot with my mother, and it was on her birthday. One of the things that she wanted was a yacht party for her birthday. No problem, baby. Let's go do a yacht party. And we definitely shot a music video during the yacht party. My 6-year-old Samara was holding the camera and a lot of the shots because we were shooting this off of iPhones. And just there's some behind the scenes information there for you. It's a vibe. It's a vibe, and I love it. And so I'm excited to share it with you. We're gonna watch that on the way out. Thank you to everyone that's been streaming the music. Thank you to everyone that's been going to BrianHyppolite.com, picking your own price and downloading my music, downloading my latest album, Tropical Depression. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone that's been downloading the Affirmations. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody that I should. Oh, everyone that's been grabbing the Generational Healing Starts Within shirt. Yeah. Please do me a favor and send me pictures of you wearing your shirt. I would love to see it. I love hearing about the conversations that the shirt is starting. Thank you to everyone that's going to BrianHyppolite.com and getting your generational healing starts within shirt. I love y'all to life. Be great, be powerful, be God's. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We ain't back in here. It's love, it's light. Welcome to the nation. Peace out. Well, this is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a great day to be alive. It's an amazing day to be mine. What we about to do?
I'm gonna go on a yacht for Mia's birthday.
Yeah, because it's Mia's birthday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Going on a yacht for my birthday? You didn't tell me my surprise. What a beautiful surprise.
I've failed a lot in life, but I've also had a lot of success. When you're down bad and you know you have the ability to get it out of the mud, it's just a matter of time.
Food stamps, the 4 banks, I'm a smoke champ. Passport is inked up, look at all the stamps. Being curious to get you rich, take a chance. Being skeptical to leave you broke in the past. Abolitionists riding in the foreign whip. Dry powder in the market, about to buy the dip. Them hoes pay me every month, you should see the drip. They all checking in at once, they love to pay a pimp, yeah. My fight goal might need lipo. Title 15, word trees a cycle. And I'm about to zero out every cycle. This ultra-virus shit flying overhead. It's a damn shame how they profit off of ignorance. While I'm in first class, about to order more drinks. Throwing more green to see more pink. Also known as Mr. Mo Band. My affidavits kill Goliath, baby, I ain't glad.
From killer to survive, now we're living thrive. Struggle ain't the vibe, so we change the tides. Meet me at the high ride. Live from the other side, it was do or die, and we did it right. From killing to survive, nowadays we thrive. Struggle ain't the vibe, so we change the tides. Meet me at the high ride. Live from the other side. My code is encrypted, my currency crippin'. When you stop living in your limits, you gon' see the difference. We countin' interest, compound interest. Don't understand it, you gon' pay it, you know it, you get it. Round here your money made money before you even spend it. Set a target goal and the guys hit it. Remain true to the game, that loyalty paying. Dividend stocks and royalty payments. Vertically integrated, mama we made it. If I speak above your head, then you should elevate it. This the kind of talk that's reserved for the owners. To some cojones, but refuse to let somebody own us. I ain't gonna hold you, I'm just trying to mold you. You gotta see it to believe it, so I'm trying to show you. We're born live from the other side, escape that preschool to prison pipeline. Live from the other side, it was do or die, and we did it right. From killer to survive, now we're living thrive. Struggle ain't the vibe, so we change the tides. Meet me at the high ride. Live from the other side, it was do or die, and we did it right. From killing to survive, nowadays we thrive. Struggle ain't the vibe, so we change the tides. Meet me at the high ride. Live from the other side. Penthouse shit, you know what I'm saying? When I say pull up, I mean you gotta pull up, up. You closer to your dreams, closer to the stars, all that.